Killing number 4. Remember Lot's wife. Forget Jesus. Although this is God's 4th killing event, it is the first of God's 2,821,364 countable victims. It's interesting that God's first countable victim is unnamed. God killed Mrs. Lot without even knowing, or at least telling us, her name. And what was it that got God's attention? What did she do that caused him to kill her? She looked back at the place she had lived all her life. She looked back as her family, friends, and neighbors were being smashed and burned to death by God. She looked back.
But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26.
And of course, the angel told her not to.
The angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. When they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee. 19:15-17.
Or did he? Who is the angel talking to here? To Lot alone, or to him and his family? And if it was to Lot alone, did Lot tell his wife? Would it matter to God if no one bothered to tell her? Would he kill her anyways? Who knows, or cares? A God who would kill a woman for looking back as everyone she has ever known is being burned to death is a monster God, an arbitrary, random killer. I have met Christians who ignore this story, as they ignore pretty much everything in the Old Testament. They sometimes call themselves red-letter Christians, meaning that they base their beliefs on the words of Jesus. But Jesus believed in the story about Sodom and Gomorrah. He believed in the story about Lot's wife. He saw nothing wrong with any of it. In fact, he said that when he returns at the end of the world, it will be just like that. You can check for yourself in your red-letter Bible.
As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But in the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven, and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. Remember Lot's wife. Luke 17:26-32.
Jesus had no problem with God's first 2 mass murders, the flood of Noah and the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, or with God's killing of Lot's wife. It'll be just like that at the end of the world if Jesus has anything to say about it. So remember Lot's wife, and forget Jesus.